Welcome to our e-service this afternoon for the third e-sermon of the first Amen eChurch of the Cyber Nation. Our text for today deals with the title of Uncovering Secrets of the Pyramids, Spiritual Truths. So we are ready and we open the doors of our eChurch and we are ready for our third e-service. In preparing for this message, our most recent studies and research reveal that when the world was in its infancy, it was ruled by black kings whose reign ended when they tried to become gods, sought women outside of their race, and began to war over power and control. Yet, under their leadership, the greatest colossus and monumental art and temples and statues known to man were built by the black man, the black pharaohs, under their leadership. These great things were achieved. Honoring the first Amen recognizes this truth and is an attempt to reconnect with the era of monumental creativity for the purpose of harnessing that creative energy, which was signed with Amen, the first Amen, as recorded in stone. Subsequent religious beliefs and religious orders have tapped blindly into the parables and inscriptions and symbols we left in stone for posterity, in an attempt to copy and transcribe what they believed to be relevant meanings and moral instructions by which they would bound their own belief system. Religious-minded archaeologists erred and made a grave mistake that we are still paying for today as Paris burns because of this a priori error about religion that pits men against men because of the differences in religious beliefs unintended by the ancients, the black ancients. In formulating their basis and foundation of religion, these people who took away from the temples the wrong information created their own version and understanding of the messages in the form of canons, doctrines, and dogma according to their interpretation of the stories, scenes, and lessons and sacred posts written and drawn on the walls of the temples and statues and other edifices and authored by Amen. Yet they also erred when they attempted to predate the existence and beginning of their beliefs and myths by inferring themselves falsely into timelines that lay claim to an Adamic and Noahic period that is not verified by any written record during the periods in question, as these stories did not exist before they were created by the Council of Nicaea in AD 325. With these unverifiable stories, they convinced the people that the life they created at Nicaea unfolded during the period when Egyptian stone records were kept recognizing our first God, everlasting. Amen. Can I get an amen? Now, today, we have the right in the United States to believe and worship whatever we wish and will, and to serve as we may. Yet charges of heresy, inquisitions, and crusades have been the official response to anyone not accepting a particular religious indoctrination of the controlling elite in power at any given time throughout history of the evolving development of the misunderstood messages left on the pyramids. Now, y'all don't know what I'm talking about. As I recover truths for myself, I'm reminded that my mama and daddy filled me with their understanding of Christian love, and they allowed no lies to flourish or live in their home. That is why you won't get anything from me but the truth as I see it. If you don't want to face the truth, then don't ask me any questions. Be that as it may, the reason behind this philosophical inquest, as established by the 15-year research and study conducted in the Temple of Luxor by R.A. Spalya de Lubix and his wife Isha. Hey, that kind of make them related to me a little bit with the Ra and the Shakara sound. Anyway, the intellectual and intelligence capacity, according to Lubix, found in the crown of a person's head does not have the same intuitive value as that found elsewhere. But yet that intelligence capacity determines whether or not the particular individual has the means for understanding and deciphering codes, symbols, and other esoteric language. This truth and reality concerning the correct hidden meaning of the communication is precisely the point about what caused the leading scientific minds who took information from the pyramids to misinterpret it. These factors lead to them coming away from those sacred walls of our ancient black ancestors with their notions of heaven and hell and life and death. Yes, those religious-minded scholars and archaeologists missed the point. Have mercy. Their intellectual capacity and way of thinking in secular scientific terms caused them not to see the whole truth that this sacred information, these vowelless, pictographic, communicative, visual rhymes spoke of life everlasting, from seed of creation energy to gestation fruition on a continuously gestating spherical path in this corporeal plane of a momentary physical journey back to absorption into the never-ending cosmic consciousness. Y'all hear me?